20 seconds.
The lead is ours.
They've taken the robot! Thanks, come on now.
Nice one, Zach. Oh shit! Hey, revive me, fool.
Forward spawn activated.
If you see that Ash, let me know. You didn't want to help me out? Ash got her brains blown in.
Copy that. Forging ahead.
Death in my wake.
And they say sugar.
I keep you up.
Forward spawn.
I will get
We
my
must stop the
revenge.
enemy now.
Oh no.
Okay, my head's in the game.
Alright, Zach, we need you as Ryan. Let's go. Change, please.
We're outnumbered.
Group up here.
Moira by your side.
Ta-da.
Hey, it's Kiko.
Hey!
Nick.
Lunchtime. We going to the better Billy?
Damn, it's lunchtime.
Over here.
You know what?
Group up with me.
You want peanut butter and jelly?
Cannot hold me.
60 hit it.
We're going to
Right.
deploy soon.
A dark step.
I found
Let's put a stop to that.
Yeah, man. Heal me.
That's it. At your side. You are needed
They've
here.
moved ahead of us.
Patience. Annihilation will come.
Helden sterben nicht. They've
Redeploying.
taken the robot. How?
Their barricade is moving.
That's not good. Stop them! Tools in hand, brain in key. My precious
Do something!
the robot!
Cowards.
Surrender to my will.
Helden sterben nicht.
Safe with me. Back down! Not a chance! Another go, baby.
Not good.
60 seconds from above.
Enemy here!
We've lost possession of the robot. Let's show him some air power.
Jump Eric fast.
Let them up!
Stay with the robot. Let's bring it home.
Who's on the fucking point? must drink water. Come on, Zach. You and me. We got this. Come on, Zach. You and me. We got this. Come on, Zach. You and me. We got this. Come on, Zach. You and me. We got this.
Welcome to Blizzard World. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
So it's loud. So we're attackies, huh? Right, Zach, let's do the damn thing.
Needs a cause.
This is over with.
Yeah, let's get this over with. On to the next one.
Don't be too reckless out there.
Kill their tank. Kill their tank. Oh, nice one, Zach. Nice one, Zach. You saw that? Oh, here comes another ad from that fucking World of War or WoW gold items and shit. I did. Fucking like 3 times already.
Bob, do something.
Over there.
Protect the payload.
Hello. Hey.
They'll regret that.
What happened? Oh.
Did you try to reason with them?
That dude's still in here?
They can't get away with this.
What's up? Get into the field.
Redeploying.
Meet your fate.
Deine Pflicht ist nicht getan.
Oh, I'm fucking lagging, dude.
Let them out.
Yeah, sorry, I
Right
got down.
off the fucking.
Downloading.
You know damn well he's not downloading Overwatch.
Can't play Overwatch.
His bandwidth.
Ball out.
Ball out to the wall out, huh?
Ball anymore? What?
You ball anymore, Jacob? Fucking ball his life?
Yeah.
Join me.
They'll regret that.
Oh my gosh, dude, this lag is fucking insane.
I see an enemy.
Watch out for the enemy.
Good choice. I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way. Thanks. I've got you in my sights. I've seen tougher spots.
Meet your fate.
Shut your yap. Every soldier needs a cause. I heard you chased Doomfist out of Numbani.
Making a coward run is no challenge.
We could have used you in the old days.
Doc, I got this rash that won't go away. I tried everything. Radiation, dirt, radioactive dirt.
Have you tried bandaging your mouth?
Will that
Yo, that's racist.
Help me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Eyes on a target.
Ooh, good lead.
Redeploying.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
On the 3D printer. Yep. Just 3D printing things to the jacket too.
They'll regret that. Fall back! Fall back! Barrier active. That has got you in my sights. Force Crusaders!
Ah!
Taking damage. Enemy.
next one? You need this.
Nano boost administered.
Fortune! I'm powered up!
Not to worry. I'll catch you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Cossack Crusaders!
Now we're talking.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Ryan, put your shield fucking up, bro. Up towards the sky.
Numerically superior! Yes!
Honor is all I have left.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
We're outnumbered!
Never die.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Can't escape death.
We're in for a smooth ride, right? Right?
We hope you will have an
What a beautiful day! Let's make the most of it!
Five, four, three, two, one.
All right, Zach, what we thinking here? What we thinking? Who we focusing? What we doing? Focus Zenyatta. Mercy, mercy, mercy.
There's one.
Yeah. Oh, I am lagging now. They finally win Orisa. Good job.
Let them up!
Ryan, put your shield to the fucking sky! You idiot, dude, they have a bastion, save it. Fucking, goddamn.
Score 4-3. Switching sides.
Alright, they want to play this game? I'm going hard. No, 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 I'm going even harder. No, no, no. Just kidding. It's fucking turret central.
Tools in hand, brain in key.
Be uplifted.
It might be a tall order, but want to try taking fewer hits this time?
Complaining already? This is what you're paid for.
Zach, come this way, it's way shorter. Save some time.
Now you see me?
Reinhardt, answering the recall is not my idea of hanging it up.
I had to show. Otherwise, your life would be far too easy.
And what a shame that would be.
Lick my gooch downtown, lick my balls around the way.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's keep each other safe.
Shit!
You can learn even at this age.
Fall back! Fall back! Fall back! Shield activate. Show you.
I have high hopes for you.
30 seconds remaining.
Come on, hang in there. Our work is almost done. Valkyrie's job. We just need to hold out a little longer. Heroes never die.
Fucking alive, dude. C9. So stupid.
Play of the game.
You guys want to watch UFO porno on big screen VR?
No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no.
UFO porno!
Noodles for Zachary, okay. Sounds good. You let me know when you're back. I'll be just, waiting for them to do their thing.
You don't have to wait, dude, if you have instant noodle.
Oh, yes. They're made with this new technology called dehydration. Season of the Malignants is coming. Don't care.
Good man. Stay away from that shit.
Tell them how it is.
Oh, distraction.
Yep, bold distraction.
Try to keep you from coming up in the world.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Talk about them YouTube shorts. Talk about Zach is short. Zach is so short, he walks in ant hills.
Alternate Marvel universe is this.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this dungeon, take a shit, and close all the windows because it's already fucking 91 degrees in here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that same dungeon I did before I started playing with you. It's that really, really short one. See if I could extract a unique, hopefully the unique that I've been looking for. Boom, 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 boom. Punch you in the face. Ah. So far it looks like I didn't get it. I could be wrong though. Sorcerer Supreme.
Today, I'm here to help you get better at Beat Saber. Now, I definitely don't claim to be the best at Beat Saber. I usually focus more on the dance aspect in Beat Saber rather than rank, but I do have over 500 hours in the game, and I picked up a few tips and tricks over the years that I'd love to share with you guys. Whether you're new to Beat Saber or just want to reach that next difficulty level, then this video is for you, or even if you are a more experienced player, maybe I mentioned something in this video that you weren't aware of previously. But regardless, stay tuned for my top 10 tips and tricks on how to get better at Beat Saber. Now for tip number 1, I have no fail. I think utilizing no fail has been the biggest thing that's helped me get better at Beat Saber. If you're not familiar with No Fail, it's a little setting on the left-hand side of your Beat Saber screen, and what it does, it allows you to play the whole song all the way to the end, regardless of how many blocks you may miss or hit incorrectly. Some of you may relate where you're stuck between difficulty levels, where hard's too easy but expert's too hard. This is a great thing
I'm
to
lagging
use
in
because it
every
helps you
single
get more
fucking
experience
game.
with the harder maps. You can play the song all the way through the end and get a better understanding for the rhythms and the patterns in that map. And it doesn't matter if you're missing blocks in the process, because you're attempting to play the map, you're learning it as you go, which is the most important thing when trying to get better. And there's no shame in trying to get better at the game. I always recommend switch it on, try the harder songs, because it's definitely going to help because you're learning those maps without punishment, and the more practice you get at it, the more likely you are to beat the song in the future. Now for tip number 2, I have practice mode. Now for the longest time, I had no idea the setting even existed. If you're not familiar with practice mode, it's the little graduation hat icon that's next to the play button within Beat Saber. And once you click on that, it then opens up a new menu. And in this menu, you have 2 options with the slidey bar. The top one is a timestamp, so you can scroll along and choose which section you'd like the song to start at.
An
and then
old
below
jokey
that, you have
for
speed.
the
So you can
smoky.
slow down the song all the way down to 50%, which allows you to practice the song slowly so you can get a better understanding of the maps and patterns within it. Now, I use this feature all the time, especially on songs that have a really hard section in them. So practice mode is definitely a really great feature if you are struggling with more difficult songs or even difficult sections within songs. It's also something I used a lot for Eminem Godzilla, because a very tricky section in that as well. So definitely recommend that feature if you haven't heard of it before. Now for tip number 3, I have tracking. Now tracking can be such a vital part when taking on fast songs in Beat Saber. It's really important to understand the tracking complications that can arise with your headset. If you're an Oculus Quest 1 or an Oculus Quest 2 or an Oculus Rift S or a Vive Cosmos, they use inside-out tracking, which means they use the cameras on the front of the headset to track the controllers. This means they're a little bit more limited when it comes to tracking. That means if anything is outside the field of view of these cameras, it's not going to be able to track the controllers correctly. So when using these headsets, it's important to take those limitations into consideration and keep your hands out in front of you as much as you can. I often find if you put your hands all the way back, it loses tracking, but as soon as you bring them up to the front of the camera, it does catch up with the tracking, but it can involve a little bit of lag, which can affect accuracy when playing Beat Saber. So try and keep your hands in front of you as much as possible if you want best accuracy in Beat Saber. But also due to this type of tracking, there can be external factors like your environment that can have an effect. Things like reflective surfaces can wreak havoc on your tracking. If you have mirrors or glass in your room or even shiny TV screens, consider covering them up when playing Beat Saber. You also want to make sure you're in a well-lit room. The Oculus Quest especially lights a lot of light, but it doesn't like a lot of sunlight. Be careful if you're in a room with a lot of sunlight. The sunlight can damage the lenses and can also affect tracking. You want to make sure you're being wary of that. Now, another quirk with these headsets that due to the type of tracking they use, things like LED lights can cause issue with tracking. If you have RGB lights in your room or things like nano leaves, even Christmas lights, they can be a big thing this time of year. The controller uses similar technology that reacts like a Christmas light would, so that's how it gets confused. It thinks the controller's all the way over there when it's actually in your hand. So try and turn all that stuff off when you're playing Oculus Quest games. Another thing for Oculus Quest users to consider is the batteries that you're using. The Oculus Quest controller needs a 1.5 volt battery. So if you're using rechargeable batteries or cheap disposable batteries, make sure on the little writing that it says 1.5, because anything lower than that's not going to be providing enough power to your controller. And of course, if tracking is whack, try consider resetting your play space. This is especially important if the light in your room has changed or a piece of furniture has been moved. All these things can affect the tracking, so it's important to reset it so it can recalibrate the play space and its tracking. Now, if you're using a Valve Index or HTC Vive or Cosmos Elite, then you're using Lighthouse trackers, and generally the tracking on these are pretty great, but making sure your lighthouses are placed optimally is really important. They have to be at least 2 meters high and angled at the correct direction, and that the glass at the front is free of smudges. I did have tracking issues once, I could not work it out, and all it ended up to be was a bit of smudging on my lighthouse, so make sure to check that one too. Also, the lighthouses can be affected by reflective surfaces, so if you're in a room with lots of glass or mirrors or reflective TVs or computer screens, then maybe try covering them up and see if that makes a difference on your tracking. But ultimately, the tracking on these headsets is mwah. I love it for playing Beat Saber. It tracks everything amazingly. So if you are having issues, hopefully it's not too difficult to fix. Now, if you own an OG Oculus Rift like I used to, I had a bunch of issues with tracking on these ones, but I highly recommend researching USB bandwidth, because that solved 75% of my tracking problems with these. So I highly recommend looking into that. So I highly recommend trying out these tracking issues if you do feel like your tracking is off sometimes. But if you're still having tracking issues, it may come down to a performance issue, which brings us on to tip number 4, optimization. Now whether using an Oculus Quest or a VR PC, optimizing your game to run as smooth as possible can help you get that extra performance boost you need to tackle that fast song. I highly recommend this if you're using a PC and having a bit of performance issues, or if you're someone who's streaming or recording content and feeling a bit of lag. Now Beat Saber have a lot of features enabled in the game to make the environment look stunning and beautiful, but unfortunately these features also take up a lot of processing power, which means less bandwidth you could be using for smoother gameplay. One thing I recommend for improving performance and your eyesight is turning on static lights. You may see in the background of the Beat Saber map that there's these beautiful moving lights that often move in time with the music. They look super awesome, but unfortunately they can take a performance hit, and also they can create distractions while you're trying to hit the blocks. By enabling static lights, these lights stop moving and they also don't change color, so they create less distractions and also free up resources to be able to provide smoother gameplay. Another similar setting to turn off is debris. Usually when you slice a block in the game, you see the block splice in half and the blocks fly off in different directions. This is a really cool experience in the game, but again, having to process and render those blocks flying through the air does take up a bit of processing power, and also the blocks flying everywhere can kind of create distractions when you're trying to focus on the gameplay. Now, if you are a PC player and you want to completely get rid of all the debris, you can download a mod called Yeet Debris, and this completely removes